So tonight we're going to meet someone who is completely different to everyone else in this series. She has lived a really tough life. Not only has she experienced homelessness, but she's also experienced domestic violence and is transgender. I first came across her when I was filming Filthy Rich and Homeless, and she really stood out to me. I reckon there's a lot we can learn from her. Her name's Eden, and this is her story.
The way Eden sees things is like every walkway is like a catwalk. I love it. I exude confidence now. Like, it took me a while to get there, and I'm like, ain't no one going to take that away from me now.
But nearly everything was taken away from Eden. Yeah, why did you pick this slab here?
It was off the ground.
Did you avoid sleeping on the ground because...
Just the thought of sleeping just like on the ground. Yeah. Like, if I did have to be on the ground, I would always put something down.
Have you had experience with rats and other feral animals?
Like, they make me sick.
Yeah.
But I got used to it. I got used to it quick smart. I had no choice.
Eden grew up in a family home in Sydney's west, but then both her parents died in quick succession.
3 months after my dad's funeral, my mum was diagnosed with cervical cancer. She didn't tell us. My mum was everything to me.
After her parents passed, Eden stepped up to look after her younger brother and sister.
I got kind of forced into this position where any choices that I wanted to make in my life had to be based around my brother and sister as well, because I'm the eldest of three. And I don't know, I just found it really hard to, I felt like any decision I made wasn't the right one. And
did you feel a lot of responsibility? Like you had to step up?
Yeah, going from fancy free, doing what I wanted, and to feeling like I had the weight of the world on my shoulders. It was hard at times, it really was.
It got harder when an older male relative of Eden's saw an opportunity and moved into their family home.
It was awful. I could see through his bullshit. The way I saw it was like, why are you here? Which he used to say to me on a daily basis. And if I didn't answer properly, I'd get belted.
In your own family home as well.
Yeah. He told me to kill myself to make things easier for my brother, because I was ruining his life with me being the way I am, he said it.
Do you think he was being genuine?
Yeah, I do. When I think back to that situation now, I don't know how I got through it, to be honest. The worst thing he's ever done, I think, was it was the trigger that made me say, I've got to get out of here, or God knows what's going to happen, when he said he was going to kill me.
He said he was going to kill you?
Yeah, he did.
And did you believe him?
Yeah, I did. And the look in his eye, it's horrible. It's something I try and push as far from my memory as I can, because it was bad.
Eventually, Eden had no choice but to move out of her family home. She had nowhere to go.
Before I knew it, I was like, wow, my whole world changed. Everything flipped upside down, and I was like, I didn't have a home anymore. It was crazy.
This is the spot that you used to sleep with a couple of your friends.
When I was first homeless in the beginning, I was sleeping around the cross, and I remember it was torrential rainpour, and the police come and gave us a move-on order in the rain, and we had all of our belongings, and I was in heels, and I was saturated. I had bags on both arms. My heel snapped, and I was on the footpath, literally just crying, bawling my eyes out, because I couldn't move, and I had all my belongings, and I couldn't get up.
Did anyone come to help you?
No. Got up and tried to fix my ankle, because I twisted it, and it was horrible. It was horrible.
Eden said she was quickly helped out by others sleeping rough, and they suggested she go to Wayside Chapel in King's Cross for some help.
I don't know where I'd be now without Wayside Chapel. I couldn't even begin to think where I'd be if I was alive, if not dead.
Eden entered the world as a transgender woman 3 years ago. When was the first time that you started to have thoughts that maybe I'm the wrong gender or I'm not entirely comfortable with who I am?
From when I was younger, like child, like even before I realised, like family members were saying it, but it was taboo because my father was severely homophobic.
Oh, really?
Badly.
So
like any family member would say, look, I think he should be more than a girl. They'd be like, no, it was taboo. Like, don't talk about it. Which is how I was.
Yeah.
I was so effeminate. Like skipping around with pegs in my hair, and you know. Yeah.
How did you find out about what transitioning is? Like, how was it through meeting other people that have transitioned?
Yeah, it was. Once I started coming here, meeting other transgender as well, becoming friends with a couple of them and meeting other ones. Like, I remember one of the comments was, when are you going to be in a dress? You need to be a woman. Look at you. You're fierce. And I was like, wow. And I think that single comment was what got my mind ticking. Like,
right.
Maybe that single comment.
And so Eden was born.
Hello, my friend.
How are you?
Why you fight with everyone?
Who am I fighting with?
No, I'm joking.
Oh my God, don't say that.
But that didn't make her already difficult life any easier. It's obviously one thing to be homeless on the streets, very vulnerable, but then to transitioned as well. Is that add another level to the type of treatment that you get on the streets?
Yeah. I'll get grabbed on the arse, and I'm like, did you really just? I'm like, keep your hands to yourself. And they would say things like, "Oh, you love it, you slut," or something like that. I'm like, that's not cool.
Jeez.
It's just one of those, like, it's one of the stigmas that comes with being transgender. It's just like, like, you're transgender, you must be a whore. I'm like, I might look like one, it doesn't mean I am one. But if it's the way I choose to dress is that, then so be it. See this part here?
Yeah.
It's got like the net and stuff. We slept under there. Up the side here. See, like the playground is cushy ground. No, there's a gate. It's cushy, it's soft. I used to sleep there against the wall.
Home for 6 years, the streets at the heart of Sydney's once seediest strip, King's Cross.
I'd set up camp right there, up near the top. It would just where enough where I could like duck beside the wall, and then the first noise that I was up doing my hair, doing my makeup, getting up, packing everything up. I was like, oh, I'm just a tourist. I didn't want to highlight the fact that I was homeless. I was like, the whole time I was homeless, people were like, a lot of people from the outside didn't know, because I would always have my hair done nicely, my makeup, I would. Yeah. And I'm like, they're like, but you're so done up all the time. I'm like, yeah, because I choose to be. I'm like, hey, I could not have a home. It doesn't mean I've got to have shit hair.
In late 2020, Eden finally got some good news.
Welcome to my little humble abode.
She got permanent accommodation, social housing in an area she was comfortable in. It's news like that which can be literally life-saving.
This is the place where the magic happens. No, I'm kidding. This is my bedroom. So I just got like dresses of mine and cut them up and made this.
Oh, so good. So you are creative. You were saying you're creative.
And I just hand drew all that pattern on.
Oh, lovely.
Crazy,
you're very neat as well with all your cushions. And...
Oh yeah, and that's not even like enough pillows. I'm getting more. Probably
really?
Another four. Probably another four.
You love your pillows.
Oh, yeah. I'm all about bedding, dear. Because it's been such a long time since I've had my own place, it took me getting this to realise it's so good. It feels so good to have your own like personal space, your own place, your own like. I mean, it's in the bedroom. Like my creative, I can just go nuts in here. Like, and it's mine. Like, it's good. It's definitely a good feeling. Everything is like adjusting. I'll have to adjust to this again and get used to it. Yes, it's amazing, but it's an adjustment. And I will easily adjust to this.
A life on the streets is all about adjustment. What's not helpful is judgment. There's like so many people have different misconceptions about homeless people. If you could say what you think that people should know about homelessness.
Everyone, like I'd say, you're entitled to your opinion, but don't judge or knock it until you've been there yourself. Everyone has a story. Take the time out and have a conversation with someone that's homeless. You'll be surprised that there's a lot more to someone than just not having a roof over their head. And sometimes that's all they need is or someone like paying attention and listening to them. That can make someone's day. It's so simple.
Eden's message to those who may be watching right now and struggling with who they are or who they live with, know that help is out there for every single person.
I wish that I'd known about the resources and stuff that we have when I was going through it, because maybe it would have helped me a lot, and I wouldn't have put up with it as long as I did. So, like, please reach out to someone, because there's people out there that will help you. If I can help you, I'd help you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but please, what you're going through it's not right. Do something about it.
So what's on the horizon now for Eden over the next few years?
Oh wow, I'm going to conquer the world. It would humble me to be able to help other people in the same situation as me. I wasn't like the abomination that some of my family made me out to be. The way I live is not wrong, and is not, ruining anyone else's life. If I can help other people realise that as well, saying that it's okay to be you, it's your right in life. And then Miss Universe, and then
take on the world.
Yeah, world peace.